Andy Ruiz Jr. defeats Siarhei Liakhovich on a 10-round UD. Now, this was the same Liakhovich who was knocked out in 1 round by Deontay Wilder. And that was a particularly bad knockout because Liakhovich was spasming on the canvas because he'd been hit so hard. So Ruiz Jr. has gone 10 rounds with that same guy after Wilder's done that to the guy. I think it's fair to say that it reflects well on Wilder that Liakhovich has managed to go 10 rounds with another up-and-coming heavyweight contender. Or maybe it just reflects really badly on Andy Ruiz Jr., depending on how you want to look at it. Drop your comments below and let me know how you feel about that. Is this a damning indictment of Andy Ruiz, or does this show that Wilder's better than some people give him credit for, and that a lot of these 1-round wins, he makes them look easy, but in reality, other fighters struggle with those same opponents? Not to say Ruiz really struggled in terms of losing rounds against Liakhovich, no, but Liakhovich was in the fight all the way through. Even though he was losing most of the rounds, he was in the fight and he was being fairly competitive. And also, before Wilder knocked out Liakhovich, Liakhovich had been the distance. I think it was the distance, or did he get stopped late? I think he went the distance with Bryant Jennings. So you have to look at that and say, you know what? The fact that Wilder was able to get this guy out in 1 round, you've got to give him credit for that. You've got to give him credit for that. Ruiz, as most people know who have seen him, is obese. Okay? But he does have talent. He's got quick hands. He's got decent punching power. Nice punch variety. Nice technique. I like the way he throws his punches and his hooks and the way he puts his shots together. But his weight is always going to be an issue. When you weigh close to 300 pounds and you're only 6'2", it's a problem. There's no doubt about that. It's a problem. And he trundles around the ring and with this huge belly, and it slows him down immensely in terms of his foot speed and also his reflexes. When you're carrying around that kind of weight, you're not going to be able to evade punches the same as you would if you were lighter. Now, everyone has a different baseline metabolism, and it's pretty much genetic. You can inherit obesity from your parents. That is a fact. And it doesn't mean you're definitely going to be obese, but you're more likely to fall into that trap of becoming obese because of your genetics, because your baseline metabolism is a lot slower than most people's is. And Ruiz obviously has a very slow metabolism. But I've spoken to people on Facebook who apparently, they claim they have seen Andy Ruiz out and about in restaurants and at buffets and what have you, and they say this guy, unsurprisingly, eats like a damn pig. This is what people have told me on Facebook who have actually seen Andy Ruiz or claim to have seen him out and about. And for this particular fight, they say he hired a nutritionist. Clearly the nutritionist didn't work because he's still coming in way, way too fat. And again, I'm not judging Andy Ruiz or nothing like that as a person, because everyone has their own vices and their own problems. And Andy Ruiz obviously has a problem with food, so I'm not judging him on that. But as a fighter, it's just no good. You can't be this, clinically obese and still be effective. And people are going to bring up names like Tony Tubbs, who was a good heavyweight back in the days, but Tubbs was never as big as this for most of his fights. And Tubbs was a different kind of fighter as well, because Tubbs was a guy with very long arms. Ruiz is a guy with very short arms. He's only got a 74-inch reach. Very, very short arms. And he's 6'2" with a 74-inch reach. So he's a short arm guy. With those type of short arms, you're going to need some type of mobility at the higher levels in the heavyweight division. You're going to need to be able to move and evade punches and slip punches and get your own shots in. So somehow, some way, he's going to have to get the weight off, whether he goes for liposuction or, I don't know, a tummy, stomach staples or whatever they call it. It needs to do something, because if you don't get that weight off, he's never going to fulfill his potential. And he does have potential, this guy. He does have potential. He's got quick hands, nice technique, powerful and what have you, good punch selection, pretty good timing. He's definitely got potential there, but this fat really is holding him back. So he needs to drop the weight somehow, some way. I know it's going to be tough. It'll probably be the most difficult fight of his life, but if he really wants to make it in this boxing game, he's going to have to do it. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Drop your comments below if you saw the fight. Let me know how you felt about it, and let me know what you feel about Andy Ruiz in general. And the comparison I made with Wilder and Jennings. Wilder knocked out Liakhovich in 1 round. Ruiz and Jennings both go the distance before and after Wilder knocks him out in 1 round. So let me know what you feel about that as well. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.